just a quick story from this whole year. This whole year has just been insane. But one story stood out to me the most. One guy that I made a group chat at the beginning of the year with some people that we knew who were also trading FTMO, who were funded, and we met a guy. Me and George met a guy called, not gonna say his name. Definitely not gonna say his name. He had 200k FTMO funded, and this guy, bro, he's literally he's a pretty good trader. He was stacking up his lots, so he was like, okay, so he'd make like 2k and then risk the 2k, make 4k, so on and so forth. Yo, this guy got his account up to $70,000. $70,000 in profit, right? In one night on a New York session, he did that. New York session, 70k, right? And then 2 hours later, he lost it. 2 hours later, he lost it, guys. He lost 70k that he made in 2 hours. Yeah. Anyway, right, let's get serious. Let's get talking about, you know, my experience, things like that. So, guys, welcome back to another YouTube channel. My name is JXS5. For those who don't know, click subscribe button, follow me on Instagram. What else? What other plugs do I need to do? Dislike the video or like the video. Probably prefer you to like it. But yeah, so my experience with FTMO this year has been the best year I've had since I've been trading. I like to say most of that is because of FTMO. I think it's just the capital has always been there. I've never had to put in my own capital. I've got my account, which is my own account, which I just do like these quick withdrawals from. Then obviously FTMO, which is more of like the bigger withdrawals. But anyway, I think that's probably been the reason why I've done so well this year was FTMO. So I found it this time last year, so it was December 2019 was when I started to research about it. There wasn't very many YouTube videos on it, and now there seems to be a lot, very similar to how I made it. Definitely, it's been a roller coaster of a year, through COVID, through these pandemics, through the bushfires. It's been a crazy year. I expected it. I already knew it was going to be a crazy year, so my mindset was set on it, and I knew this year wouldn't be the best year that I think I'm going to have, like Lambo, Ferrari, Bugatti money, but I knew it would be a year of growth, and that's exactly what it's been. So I'm blessed to be where I'm at now. I've done a lot. Just come back from Dubai, which was absolutely insane.
Dubai lifestyle. Tap out. Tap out.
So now I'm refreshed, ready to work, and ready to get settled. So let's talk about you know, this year, how it's gone. We all know COVID's been a bit difficult. I started trading my 50k account in February and did very well with that account up until COVID. So I had literally 1 week of non-COVID, and then COVID hit, and it's just been COVID ever since. I think in the summer we had sort of a chilled out break, but the markets, as we all know, has been pretty difficult, but it's all about adaptation in this game. Yes, it's difficult, but we know what's happening, we know how these markets move. So again, whatever external factors happen in the world, it doesn't really matter, because you know, we know what we're doing on these charts. So if we're getting more volatility in the markets, what do we need to do? Widen our stops, shorten our targets, so on and so forth. So it's all about reading the charts and predicting the future. And if you know how to do that, then it's all about putting in the work and understanding what you need to do. So let's talk about FTMO, what they've done this year. Obviously they rolled out LMAX, which was brilliant. The spreads of that has been going up and down. They had some problems. I think a lot of you guys who've been trading FTMO for a while, or who've heard about it for a while, know about the issues with the lagging and the spreads and this, that and the other. There was quite a big beef, if you like to say, between a few influencers and FTMO, but everything got cleaned up. There was a lag on their platform compared to TradingView, and it ended up being that a lot of people were making quite a lot of money when they shouldn't have been. So there was a whole issue about that, but that got sorted. LMAX is back to normal. It's all good. So I don't think many people know this, but they actually used to have a 50% profitable days, as well as all the other targets that you have to hit, which they took out, which I think was a very smart move. I'm hoping, and again, I don't work for FTMO, but I'm hoping that they're actually going to take out the maximum trading days. I don't think that that's necessary. Again, we've run a trading program and we've realized that it really doesn't make a difference. Traders are going to lose either way or win either way, whether it's under 10 days or over 1 day. It doesn't really matter about the trading days. So I hope, guys, if we can keep pushing them to try and remove that, then hopefully that will be a thing in 2021. Again, I don't know like the back end of things, what they're planning to do this year. I'm sure they're trying to roll out some updates, things like their own platform, their own actual trading platform rather than MT4. I'm expecting things like that, but other than that, I'm not too sure what it's going to bring. But what I do want to do is just give you guys some suggestions with how you should start if you are starting in 2021, when you should start and things like that. So first point I want to make is, what account should you start on? I get this question a lot. What account, what amount should you start on? So should you start on a 10K, 25K, 50K, 100K account? Guys, straight off the bat, I say 25 to 50K account. If you're starting out, do one of those two. If you're looking to do a 10K account, don't bother doing it. I don't suggest FTMO to any beginners, anyone who isn't profitable already. Don't even bother doing FTMO. I've had so many stories over this year of people spending like 15, 20, 25K on challenges, and every single time they lose it but still purchase another one. Don't ask me where they get the money from, but they end up getting it. I think with FTMO, people were starting to borrow money from other family members and friends and saying, oh, pay for the challenge, pay for this, pay for that. Guys, don't get into that. I promise you, don't get into that. Save up, work, and then do it yourself. You'll lead yourself down a bad road. And again, this is talking from experience with speaking to other people. They've got themselves into some very sticky situations from trying to become profitable in trying to use someone else's money to fund a challenge, and then it going terribly wrong, and then spiral down. So that's the suggestion with that. So yeah, guys, anywhere between 25 and 50K, it's easy to scale up with FTMO. Once you've passed one, done one withdrawal, use the withdrawal money, purchase another one, go out, buy an Xbox, PS4, whatever you want to buy it on, clothes, girls, whatever. Go, or for girls, guys, if you want to. But yeah, make sure you spend your profits that you do make. I've made a conscious decision. Each time I make a withdrawal with FTMO, I buy clothes, I buy equipment for my computer, microphones, camera stuff, whatever you guys want to buy. Just make sure you spend that money. Don't hoard your money, because with trading, money comes and goes very easily. So once you spend that money, you have these things. Like it's all about assets, guys, and sometimes clothes aren't assets, but they are in a sense that when you do have these down months and you want to, you know, cash out on these clothes, you can think, last month, no, I did very well, I cashed out on clothes, so that's what I'm going to leave it this month and work harder for the month after that for the withdrawal. Okay, so let's talk about withdrawals. I've never had a problem with any of the withdrawals that I requested. It's a simple process. I have a video already. Didn't go into too much depth about it, but it's basically just an invoice. You fill the invoice out and then they send the money to your bank. If you're doing it the first time, they send the profit split and the challenge on a different pay. So you'll see one of the challenge fee that you paid and then one of your profit splits. So it will come in 2 transactions. For your first time, and then the second time, it's just normal, send the invoice off, blah, 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 receive the money in your bank. Never had any problems with that. Those who do say they have problems with that is probably chatting absolute, you know the word I'm gonna say. So yeah, don't pay any attention to that. I've never had a problem. I don't know anyone else who's ever had a problem with doing that, unless they had the little glitch, unless they were abusing the glitch that FTMO had. So yeah, that's my 2 piece. Okay, daily max and loss. What do I recommend for daily max loss? Again, lots of people have said I've hit the daily max loss, this, that, and the other. It's quite simple to stay below it. Apparently it's not, because majority of people hit the daily max loss rather than the max loss. It's basically just set yourself a risk target, daily maximum loss of like 2.5%, half of it. Do not trade anymore. Whatever the opportunity is, don't trade anymore. People tend to get into their head that you'll never find another opportunity again. We need to understand, and traders need to understand, there's always an opportunity around the corner. There's always a next trade. You just need to sit on your hands, right? Sit on your hands and stay patient. And yes, my chair does squeak. So, okay, so daily max loss, maximum loss. Don't hit them. That's the objective. Just don't hit them. Make sure you go up rather than down. Okay, so I'm just gonna answer a few questions that I've had over the last few weeks with FTMO. Would I get into it? Simple question, simple answer. Yes, do it. No hesitation with that. If you know what you're doing, you know how to trade in this market, do it absolutely. I think people need to know the success rate. It is 92% who pass the challenge and verification, and then it's like 98% of people actually make the first withdrawal. So just keep that in your head. When you do pass the challenge and verification, you still got to actually make money, and many people find that difficult. A lot of people fail that part, which is not actually calculated in, and I know that because I've run a funded program myself, so I know these things, I know the stats, I know exactly what the stats are with all of this. Those who traded with us, the QIOT, traded in my live room, did withdrawals. I think we've calculated like 2,400 worth of withdrawals with 10K accounts. We're looking to scale up some of our clients now. And those who didn't go with us and just went on their own through the funded program, no one made a withdrawal. So yeah, that's a win for us. Quick plug, if anyone's interested in the QIOT, check out the link in the description. I run a live trading room, which is lit. Okay, we do that every morning. It's a recording. If you go to work, then you can watch it on your phone, anything like that. And we also do a New York recording as well. So it's not expensive. I've tried to make it as cheap as possible for what I'm doing. Loads of videos on there as well, for those who are interested in that. But that's my plug for today. What else is there? What else is there to talk about? Any questions, guys, that you want me to do? I'll do a Q&A for the next video if you want. So if anyone's got any questions next, I'm more than happy to answer them. So let me know if you've got any questions. And again, follow my Instagram, message me on there, message me on my Telegram. I'll answer any of your questions, any of your queries that you have. But apart from that, guys, have a good rest of your year. I shall see you in the next video. Stay profitable, stay humble, stay focused, and